Hi Aquarius, how are you? It's me, Lauren, with the Untitled Tarot. Welcome back. If you're returning, welcome in. If it's your first time here, we're happy to have you. We've moved upstairs from the basement, so very exciting for us, switching it up. I've done your spread today. I laid it out ahead of time. I did it with a combination of the Seers Tarot and the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, which I thought was interesting that I was called to pull that deck for you. Normally I would do a spread and I'd get called to pull from it afterwards, like for advice, but they wanted me to use it like throughout your spread, which is a really interesting way to use it. It's not normally how I use it, but there's a lot of good stuff going on for you, Aquarius. There's a little hiccup here in the beginning, but we're gonna hop over it. I've been keeping a close eye on you, Aquarians. I've been keeping a close eye on you. My Aquarian people have been doing really well. Like hopping over hurdles, just like rising, ascending, like doing all the good work. But I can see here, my little aqua babies, that some of you may have had a little hiccup. Keep in mind that Venus is in retrograde right now. So like in all retrogrades, it always brings up stuff from the past, people, situations, issues that we haven't resolved. It brings it up because it's in Venus. It's usually going to have to do with your love life, which seems like what it's happening here. Normally, most of these readings, because they're so general, could apply to business or family or friends. This definitely feels romantic. So I'd like to preface the reading by saying that. The first card you got out, Aquarius, is you got the Three of Cups. And this card kept jumping out in your pre-shuffle. Look at this, right? How beautiful. How beautiful. It's very interesting that you're not looking at us. You're looking off into the distance. And the next set, you got the Lovers in reverse. Or not in reverse. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. It's interesting that I said it like that. But you got the Lovers on its side. And then directly after that, you got the Knight of Cups. So it's funny. The way that it's laid out on my table is it's laid out like this. Which was interesting for me because, I have tiny hands. I'm sorry, people. Because the way it was laid out, underneath here, it's like you could see all of the ground. So it was almost, I was getting the impression that, one, I'm noticing like this is almost like a circle around this couple. And it's like, I just feel like it's going like this. It's like it's like a cycle, right? And there's ground underneath your feet here. And this, it almost feels like molten lava, like the core of the earth, right? Almost like that root chakra energy, right? That like kundalini, that sexual, passionate, almost can't control yourself. And I've noticed how she's like pulling on his hair. It's like trying to pull it, and you're up here. So it feels as though there's almost like, there could be an ex, or there could be a situation that's coming like back around for you that you thought you had settled, right? Like you had dealt with it, you put it in its place, like you packed it away, you've been keeping it moving, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden, like it's back. And this Knight of Cups, in particular, is a little bit of like a playboy. Like if you see, it's like a little bit of a playboy, you know? And when I first looked back at this card, if you look closely, what he actually has on the ground is like a little picnic blanket, a little bowl, like a little love note, like some wine, like all the accoutrement, you know, for like a date. But when I first looked at it and I like pulled it back, it looked almost like a slide or like a trap door. Like, and I just heard slippery slope. So I don't know if Aquarius, somebody's like pop back up, like come back around for you at the beginning of like Venus retrograde right now. And it's kind of throwing you a little bit into a tizzy, almost trying to like pull you. Like you're up here, you've been doing your Aquarian thing, kind of looking forward, leaning on your friends, on your spiritual team, your guides, your family, whoever this is for your higher self, like really like a community aspect. Aquarians are very communal people, right? Really like looking up, like wishing on a star, like looking forward, not looking behind you. And then all of a sudden this person shows up, right? I just found out my niece watches some of my videos, so I'm trying to work on the cursing. I'm sorry. I love you, Gia. But this joker shows up, right? And he's almost like, hey, remember how easy it was for us to get wrapped up in each other? And you're like, yeah, that's why I'm not trying to look at you, because I'm trying to look ahead, right? It's like almost this cycle is trying to like pull you back in, Aquarius. Yikes, right? I know, that's what I said. And then I got called to use the spirit animal oracle deck because I was looking at this and I was like, all right, what do we do here? What do we do here, Aquarius? Because, like, I don't want to dig into your past history with the Knight of Cups. I mean, it's going to be different for everybody, but he's probably a player, probably didn't appreciate you, he or she, playette, whatever, right? Drama games, not appreciating the love that's offered to you, blah, blah. Tale as old as time. We all got a few of those. Like, it's okay. But it's coming back around. So I'm like, I don't want to delve into this shit. We know. We know. So what do we do now? Like, what do we just do? Let's forget about this guy. Like, what do we do, Source? And so I pulled from the Spirit Animal Oracle. And the first card you got out was Cat Spirit. Claim your independence, Aquarius. Yes, don't forget. Don't get sucked back into this little vicious cycle. Yes, it's hot and sexy, but it's also gonna burn you up like molten lava, right? Claim your independence. 13, that breaks down to a 4. 4 is a number of discipline. It's a number of potential. It's a number of creating foundations and stability, right? Within yourself. It's very like 9 of Pentacles energy, right? Claim your independence. Create your own solid foundation, because that's gonna make you feel as though when this stuff comes around or comes back, you know that you've closed out these cycles. You know that you don't have to go do this. You don't need it because you're not like desperate or thirsty for attention or validation or anything like that, because you're an Aquarius and you're a beautiful alien and you don't need to do that. Breaks down to a 4. And the next card you got out is now is a lucky time. Source is saying, like, don't second guess yourself. Don't overthink this. This is a lucky time. Take the money and run, girl. Take the money and run. And what's the number? 49. What does that break down to? 4 and a 9. 13. What does 13 break down to? Another 4. Double confirmation. 4 and 4. Reinvest in yourself. Reinvest in yourself. That's what Spirit wants you to do. They're telling you, don't get sucked back into this. I'm hearing like that Foolish Game song by Jewel, you know? These foolish games. Garbage. Absolutely not. Source is saying, don't do that. Claim your independence. You're not looking behind you, but this is trying to suck you in. It's almost like, I almost feel like you're trying to, like, I can hear you, I can hear you, I can't see you, I can't see you, like, not looking at you. It's like you're trying to ignore it. Source is saying, keep walking, take the money and run, keep doing it, keep investing in yourself. And you got the Hierophant out next saying, we're with you, we support you in doing this, we want you to do this, keep going, we're here with you, walk up the steps with us, we're here with you. And I asked why, because I'm nosy. And we got out the King of Pentacles in reverse, the 10 of Swords, the Star in reverse, and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Because Source is telling you, you were never going to get where you wanted to go in this cycle, right? Life and death in and of itself are the biggest cycles. And within that are more little cycles. It's like a Russian doll of cycles. That is our human existence in these little meat suits, right? But what you want, this is like this same energy. And it's in reverse down here because you were never going to be able to manifest that in, right? And like this King of Pentacles in reverse, all I'm hearing is like stubborn. Like it's being stubborn. Like you almost like didn't want to let it go. You're like getting all up in your head about it because it was like, you know, it was a wish. Absolutely. Like, but you were never going to be able to start like a real foundational path. And maybe that's why the universe in this retrograde is bringing this up for you, just to remind you. This could be like a test from the universe kind of thing, but it's in here to remind you, like, is this cycle closed up for you? Have you created the energetic space that you need to in order to find what you're looking for on the horizon, Aquarius? Because it's trying to pull you back in. They're here. They got wine and flowers and yeah, absolutely. But do you want to get sucked back into that? Source is telling you that you don't have to. That they're encouraging and supporting you not to do that. Not to be stubborn or to hold on too much to this. Not to get too much in your head. Sometimes our wishes, sometimes not all of our wishes come true because we deserve something better, right? Maybe there's something better, not like better like so good or so bad or no, like better as in like better suited, right? More in alignment with you and your authenticity and where you're supposed to be, like where your path is going, right? Right? Because this is not what we want. Bad news. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Unable to start walking on that path, right? With that ace, that opportunity. There's no opportunity here. Just succubuses and cycles, baby. So Source is telling you, walk up the steps to us. Claim your independence. Get it, girl. Don't look back. You're keep going. Keep going. And what's going to happen if you do that? And then is the Judgment. Look at this. Judgment. And I heard the Judgment is a rebirth. Look at that. It's a rebirth. For you. Not for you both. For you, Aquarius. Otherwise, I would have seen like more like a Six of Cups and the Two of Cups and all of the soulmate energy, and it's like there's no soulmate energy here, right? I see some cycles, I see some lessons, I see a lot of growing, I see a lot of need for independence and like just running with it. But I'm not seeing soulmate energy here. This whole thing could be a big karmic lesson for you to push your little booty into this whole rebirth. A new start for you. Reconciliation with all of your parts, right? Because if you do, next out, you got the Emperor. The Emperor. And I love this Emperor card in particular because so many of the Emperor cards, they're so embellished, right? They have robes and they have crowns and they have wands and they have thrones and there's just like shit everywhere. You know, it's like bananas. This guy's not like that. He doesn't need to do that. He's in a pair of khakis. He's like rocking some slacks and a button up. What does he have? His chess piece, his mind, his ability to control himself, his ability to listen to Source, let it guide him, right? All this red, all this fire, it's not everywhere, it's not burning up, it's controlled. Slow burn, controlled passion. He's able to really think about the moves he makes before he starts throwing his piece around the board, right? He doesn't let his emotions get control of him. This is not a man or a woman or a person who gets sucked down into this stuff. This guy's too busy to even be looking at these two people down here. He's like, they're not getting nothing done. You got the Ace of Cups. And you got the Devil in reverse. The Devil in reverse. And this is what Source is saying to you. Like, if you can pass this test, or really, if it's a matter of actually closing up this cycle, close up this cycle and really just like stick to your guns. Because it feels like I said, your back is turned. Like you really are trying to, but something's pulling on you. Something's annoying you. But if you can really resist that and like claim your freedom, run with the wind with spirit, you are going to be able to have this rebirth. You are going to be able to be in control of your destiny, right? Have this, it's not an Ace of Pentacles, but for Aquarius, it feels better because it's an Ace of Cups. It's something that's emotionally fulfilling. Reciprocal, which is obviously like not, there's passion here, absolutely, there's flirting, but like where's the love? Where's the love in here? The love's here, right? After you're able to go in and own your shit, like the badass that you are, Aquarius, and you're gonna be able to get this because you're gonna put down these temptations, right? You're gonna put down the devil, right? And this isn't always just like a person that you have to get rid of or put down or like kick out for the last time. This is also like your tendency, our tendencies to want to hold on to things for too long, right? Not put down a bad hand when you got it at the table, right? About, you know, being self-deprecating or self-defeating, like, this is as good as it's gonna get for me. Like, I can't do better than this. Like, nobody else wants me. Like, that's crap. That's absolute crap, right? Codependence, I need them. Like, I've known them for so long. Or ba 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 ba. No. No, Aquarius. If you have more reasons to leave somebody than you do to stay with them, I'm just saying. But it looks like you already know, or you're going to very soon, my loves. And then I pulled 3 more advice cards for you, and I love the way that they laid out underneath these cards. You got out the Beaver Spirit, right? Look at this, number 6. And speaking of those double fours, those double confirmation numbers, up here with your 3 of Cups, and then you got the Lovers, 6. 3 and 3 is 6. So I'm just saying, we're doubling up. We're doubling up on the numbers here. And then you got another 6. Lay a solid foundation. Right underneath the Emperor. We're not playing games, Aquarius, are we? No, because it's almost like looking before you step, right? It's like how we're saying here, like it's like a trap door or a slide. It's a slippery slope, slippery slope. How do you slip? Because you're not watching where you're walking. Now you are where you're going to, right? Next out, 61. Turkey spirit, give with gratitude and grace, right? This Ace of Cups, it's that giving, right? Not being defensive, not just assuming defeat before it gets there, and also not just like letting yourself get sucked into stuff because you think that's like as good as it's gonna get for you. Like, who says? Only you say. No way. Just give again, being grateful for this new opportunity, right? For the ability to rebuild on solid ground, right? That's lay a solid foundation. That's all about these number 4s, laying a solid foundation. Discipline, the discipline that it takes to invest in yourself and create a solid grounding for your whole life, emotionally, spiritually, your interpersonal relationships, the whole thing. And next out you got Crow spirit. Crow spirit. Co-create with spirit. Oh my God. How much wood, chuck, right? Look at this. 17, that breaks down an 8. So you got 6. 61 breaks down to a 7. 17 breaks down to an 8. It's the progression. It's that growing up. It's that walking up these stairs with spirit. They're with you. They're like holding your hand. They're not rushing you. They're not holding you back. They're with you every step of the way. Like, you can do it. We're going to get you there because there's a place that you need to be. And sometimes you got to take a funny way to get there, but we're going to get you there. Come hell or high water, right? And I love that it's like when you put down this devil, it's like whatever this person is, these things for you, these bad habits, these thoughts that aren't helping you, like whatever it is, anything that's not helping you grow, right? But by putting down this devil, your hands are free to work with source. And so then I was like, well, what are you guys going to work on? Because again, I'm really nosy. And then we got the strength in reverse. And I was like, we're working on being weak? And I was like, what is that? It was like, well, maybe we're working on being vulnerable, right? Not being afraid to be vulnerable, being open to new experiences, not just assuming that something's bad is going to happen or everybody that comes towards us has like nefarious intentions or whatever. But then I was looking at this card and I heard, in like a lamb, out like a lion, right? Because if you look at this card upright, it's a woman and she's half lion and there's a lamb at the bottom of this card. But when it's flipped in reverse, the lamb is on the top. So like the lamb is coming in. And I thought about that. I was like, in like a lamb, out like a lion. And then you had followed up by the 3 of Wands. So I was like, options. Okay, so they're going to create options where you, I was like, wait a second. I was like, that's you. That's you, Aquarius. Throughout this whole situation, you came in. You've come in like a little lamb and you're going to leave like a lion, right? It's right underneath this lay a solid foundation. It's right underneath this Emperor, this 6, this 7, this 8. It's this progression for you. It's your growth. This person, the situation that you're like wrapping up or trying to remind yourself that you can move past in order to, the grass is greener on the other side. It's your personal growth, your ascension, spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, that it's like, you're going to give him hell, kid, and you don't even realize it yet. It's like actually really sweet. It's like, and I can see that when you're in the middle of like doing the work and you're in the flow, it's like sometimes you don't even realize how much you've accomplished or how far along you've gotten or how good of a job that you're doing, right? But it's like by the time it's done, you're not this little lamb anymore. Look at you. You're like this girl in a fucking bathing suit and a surfboard with all these options ready to just take on the whole world. After putting down, right? Anything that was cold, anything that was controlling, anything that just like cut too deep. We don't need that. We're building our foundation. We're not undercutting it, right? And it's going to lead you to the 10 of Cups. Your absolute emotional fulfillment. After you do all this, right? You start with the Ace and you end with the 10. And you did nothing but just work on yourself, do what you needed to do for yourself, and work with spirit. That's all you had to do. And it's beautiful. You skipped like the other 9 cups. Like, it's amazing. The other 8 cups. And then look, 7 of Cups. Options. Different kinds of emotional fulfillment. Not just romantic, but in terms of friendship, family, opportunities, creative projects, unlocking these different things about yourself that maybe you didn't realize. It's all different kinds. Like, which emotional fulfillment would I like to participate in today? Maybe this one, maybe all of them. It doesn't matter, because now that you've redirected and you're working with spirit and flowing all of your energy, not just yours, but sources, everybody's working in the same direction. All of this flow, it's like, you don't have to pull it. You don't have to do anything. You're just sitting here picking which one of your cups you want to play with today, and it flows into you. Source just brings it into you. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And at the bottom of your deck for the Light Series Tarot, just send 8 of Wands. So these options are going to start rolling in for you once the work really starts going. This half of the work. You've already done a lot of work, but like this second half of the work. It's like after intermission work, right? But you're going to start seeing it. Who knows? You could start online dating. Somebody could offer you a project to start on. You could it could be 1,000 different things, but it's some kind of communication. You could get a download from source. But you're going to start seeing these options of fulfillment start coming in for you. And underneath your spirit animal deck, you got surrender now, my loves. Moth spirit. 39 to 3. Work with source. Work with source. And I asked for one last little advice card just because, you know, you know how I do. I'm nosy. We got lizard spirit. Dream the world into being, right? It's about this co-creation. Being in control of your manifestations. We're not getting sucked into stuff. No, absolutely. We're building. Where's the card I want? Here it is. We're getting in control of our stuff, right? We're working with spirit to lay this foundation, brick by brick by brick. Our evolution in every single part of ourselves, Aquarius. Because 3 of Cups is celebration. Let's not forget that. You are going to end exactly where you start. Celebrating with the people that really love you. There's just a couple flies in your trap right now, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's fine. You're a total badass, Aquarius. I have no doubt that you are going to knock this right out of the park, all right? Thank you for letting me do this reading for you. I am so very much enjoying doing these. So I hope that you guys are enjoying watching them, and I hope you guys are getting something out of it. All the information that you should need should be in the description box. If you want to chat, you can comment below. You can subscribe, or you could not, or you could come back, or you could not. It's up to you. I'm not, you know, Page of Pentacles. It's whatever route you want to go down, but I'm here. You know where to find me, Aquarius. I'll see you guys later. Thank you.